thoughts from watching the film, dissecting that?
Yeah, it really was. I said right after the game, I felt like it was a great exhibition game for our team. Everybody got to play. Everybody got to score their first points in a uniform in front of people, so we got all that out of the way. I feel like some people that we're going to require and rely upon, we're going to require to play as freshmen. Got their first game jitters out of the way in the first half of the game. And, really, Berea played extremely hard the entire game. That's what we needed. We were able to work on some things, different lineups, and tinker with some things. 6 players in double figures. We shot the ball well from the perimeter, especially in the second half. We settled down and just pleased with the way every single person on the team played and contributed.
Talk about some of the adjustments now with the new rules that you've had to imply.
Well, I'll tell you, we have adjusted what we do. And, I have some friends who are saying they're not going to adjust anything. They're going to play because they don't believe that the game is going to be called the way the NCAA says the game is going to be called. That was the first chance that we had to see NCAA Division I officials in live action, and I thought the crew called the game the way it's supposed to be called from start to finish. You put 2 hands on somebody in the post, it's a foul. You touch the ball handler after you've measured up, it's a foul. And they called it. It should be good for us if we can make free throws a lot better than we did the other night. That's the one thing that was disappointing. I mean, we just shot just over 60%, but we got to the line 50 times. The way we play, I believe we'll have the ability with this team to really stretch the floor. We have a lot of shooters that can come in and knock down deep shots from the perimeter, so we're going to draw defenses out, and then we attack the basket, and we work on that every day. So could be advantageous to us, but defensively we're going to have to do some things that are a little different than what we've done in the past. We're really focused on keeping our hands off of people defensively, whereas in the past we trapped a lot and tried to force turnovers that way. So we kept them off the free throw line fairly well. We committed 22 fouls in the game, which would be a lot, but the way the rules are right now, I was kind of pleased with how we did. We still have to focus defensively on moving our feet and staying intense. It's hard for players, talking to some of them after the game and throughout this week of practice since Sunday afternoon. It's really hard for them to maintain their defensive intensity knowing that every time I touch somebody, I'm getting a foul called on me. But that's something that you just have to do. So we've got to really focus. We've been doing that this week more on staying intense and active with our hands without fouling.
Do you see Jessica Winfrey improving as the season goes on?
Yeah, I mean she's a fifth-year senior. She is what she is. What she did in the exhibition game, of course, we could have played her a few more minutes, but it wasn't necessary. She got what she needed to get out of the game. We need her to come average double-figure rebounds. We really need her to be a double-double type person. She's got a nice mid-range game. She can knock down the 3 when she's open, and she's a pretty effective low-post scorer, which we haven't seen from her really since her freshman year because of injuries and things like that. So, I'm excited about what she can do this year. I just hope she just has a healthy year and is able to enjoy her senior year.
How would you evaluate Taylor Brooks' play?
She was nervous at the beginning of the game. I think that led to some tight shots, pressing a little bit. So, she struggled shooting it at the beginning, but she did what we need her to do, especially in the second half. I think she got in a little scrum on the ground after a loose ball, and I think one of their girls kind of pushed her and grabbed her headband or something, tried to pull it off, and that kind of woke her up. She kind of turned the switch on, and then she pushes the ball in transition, and she can score in a variety of ways. Great speed with the ball, can shoot it from the perimeter, great mid-range pull-up game. So I thought she did a nice job. Defensively, she was much better in the exhibition game than she was in our scrimmage, so she's learning there. I think she'll feel good about where she is right now.
Starting 5 change Friday.
I'm not certain. Probably not, but I'm not certain yet. We'll see how practice goes the rest of the week. One thing, Nakia, we really have 7, 8 kids that I feel comfortable right now as starters. I like starting with Natanya out there to provide some size and presence and kind of get her moving at the beginning of the game. Nakia Edom did a great job and she's a very, very nice player for a freshman guard, and she can play all three positions. So I kind of like her being that spark off the bench right now. But just Shay Leak, and she's a nice offensive player. She's got some work to do defensively. And I'm gonna tell you, the way Shan Hosey rebounded the ball the other night, really going after rebounds. I mean, you're watching, and I thought she did a nice job while it was going on. But watching film, she's got her from waist up is above everybody on the floor. She really went after rebounds, and if she does that consistently, Neil, I think she could be a person who could see considerable playing time.
Robert Morris, Springfield, what do you know about them?
They'll mix defenses up. They play some 2-3 zone. They'll play man. They'll press a little bit. They have a couple of very nice players. They've got a kid averaging 23.5 points a game right now. They've already played 5 games basically by the time they play us. They've got another kid, Hearns kid, that's like 5'10", 4-3 player that's averaging almost 16 points and 7 or 8 rebounds a game. So we don't really know how they're going to play us, but they're going to come out and play hard. I know Coach Harmon pretty well. They're going to be very organized, and they're going to be under control on offense, and we've got to try to create some tempo with them.
Just about opening up at home with such a young core, it's probably a little bit easier.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons we set the schedule up that way. We try to make sure we play that first game at home as much as possible, and it's hard to do when you're a mid-major program. It's difficult to do because to get people to come to your arena is tough early in the season. So we set this game up with Robert Morris, and then we have to hit the road right after that and go to Evansville, to a Missouri Valley team, a real tough place to play. So it'll be good to get that first game under our belts in front of hopefully a really nice crowd Friday night at 7.